What's up guys, Billy Bosco here, founder of the MoveMeMovement, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite national parks. Now when it comes to national parks, there's a lot of factors that go into what's your favorite. It's how breathtakingly beautiful was it, what's the historical significance, and how good of a time did you have there, who were the people you were with, did it rain, because that's happened many times at national parks and made an interesting experience. So for me, what matters most is the personal experience you have at that park. So for my top 5 national parks, it's going to depend a lot on the experience I had there. So without further ado, here's my top 5 favorite national parks I've been to so far. So number 5 on my list is Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado. This one would have been higher on my list if there was more to do, but when you get into the park you quickly realize that you're mostly going to be doing sand activities, and there's like one good water hike you can do, which I was okay with. You know, we went there for seeing these giant sand dunes, which I don't think exist anywhere else in the US. And so some of the things you could do there are like activities like sandboarding, sledding down the slopes, but when you go down, you have to climb back up, and the sand gets so blistering hot. I tried going barefoot for a little bit, ended up burning my feet, put my socks on, still burned my feet. Should have put my shoes on, but I didn't. So that's what we went there for. Had a good time, only spent a good day there, and then we hit the road again, but it was definitely a unique park. Will I go back there? I will most definitely go back there. Had a great time. So number 4 on my list, but could have easily been number 1 if I had more time there, was Rocky Mountain National Park, Colorado. And this park here is on top of the world in the Rocky Mountains. You have great views all around you, scenic drives wherever you go. The campgrounds were perfectly maintained in the middle of a valley. In the morning you had wildlife walking around your campground. So you felt very much close to nature here. In terms of like unique experiences you'll have here, I don't know if there is one in particular. It's just overall great in every single category a park can be. And so if you're looking to stay here for multiple nights, this is definitely the park to go to. It's not one of those parks where you go to just a day like we did. I wish we had more time here, and I definitely plan on going back. So number 3 on my list is Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico. And this is one of those parks where pictures or videos will never do it justice. They will never capture the vastness of this cave, because I tried. This cave is huge. You feel like you're on a different planet. Now the drive to the cave is empty, the town is empty, so all the action happens in this cave. So it's definitely not a place where you're going to spend 2 or 3 days there. You're definitely going to want to get everything done within a day or 2. So I got there at 8 in the morning, which I recommend because I was the first one in the cave. I had it all to myself. I was leading the way. I went off the trail when I probably shouldn't have, but it was dead silent in this huge cave. I had a great time. I would definitely go back. On the way back up, I saw a lot of people on the trail. It got pretty loud, and so I could see how that would ruin your experience. So if you do come to this park, get there early in the morning, finish the main hike will take you like 2 hours to do. I would schedule a private excursion as well. They go to different parts of the cave where there are less people and a more immersive experience. I would definitely recommend that. But there's nothing that will do this justice. You have to go yourself and experience it. That's all I can say. I will definitely go back here though. So number 2 on my list is a little biased. It's Big Bend National Park. It has a special place in my heart. When I was in college, I went in here for my first road trip, and I camped here, and that kind of jump-started my love for national parks, and I'm not sure I'd share the same love I have today if it weren't for this very park. So this one, it is a straight-up desert. It is a pain in the ass to get to. It's at the bottom of Texas. It's very out of the way. So the features it does have that are rewarding: it has a natural hot spring. It shares with the border of Mexico, which is very cool. It's got a long, gruesome, waterless 8-mile hike to the top of the park. But once you get to the top, it is very rewarding. You're on top of the world. You can see all around you. You tower over everything else. It makes it very well worth it. It also has a huge canyon, which you can go to. You can kayak along the Rio Grande through the whole park. So it does have its features. Mostly, it's hot. It's uncomfortable. You will sweat. But every time I've gone there, I just had a special time with the people I'm with. I never seem to have a bad time at this park, and I will always go back here, and I will always bring more people here, and I will always love to suffer here. So that is why it is number 2 on my list. Not because of the sheer beauty, but because I've always had such a special time here. So number 1 on my list is Yellowstone National Park, for obvious reasons. This park has a little bit of everything. It's got mountains, it has green all around you, it has wildlife, it has unique qualities like the geysers, but it also has a lot of people, which we quickly found out. So, if you want to get alone, what we ended up doing was going backpacking, and we saw literally no one on the hike for 3 days. It was perfect, and it was exactly what I wanted to experience at this park. On our hike, we saw random hot springs we got to enjoy with no people around us. Our campgrounds were next to roaring rivers. The clear skies at night, no light pollution, no people, almost no animals too, which was weird. We went to the side of the park where I guess the animals didn't stay at. But I was perfectly okay with that. I was happy just to be alone with these huge open landscapes, those clear skies, and great company too. So overall, I had a great time at this park. It's hard to go wrong, but if you go to the main attractions, you will see a lot of people, and that may ruin your experience. But it's in that popular national park, so there's no way around that. So I would recommend trying going backpacking, try going off the beaten trail, and try to enjoy the park without the crowd. But I would definitely go back here, because this park is hard to beat. That is why it's my number 1 park, for now. So there you guys have it. Those are my top 5 favorite national parks so far. At the end of the day, your favorite park will largely depend on who you're with and the experience you have. So the best thing you can do is get out there and see them all. That's what I plan on doing. After all, that's what moves me. So get out there, guys, and find what moves you too.